Still Mills was the Dizzle, man. Heading to work on this rainy Tuesday morning, man. But goddamn, champ, we got to get into this, man. I just saw what champ, our champ said about Canelo, man, and man. So my thing is this, man. Like, once again, we go back. He ain't fought no good black fighter. Canelo ain't fought no good black fighters. My thing is, what was Danny Jacobs, man? Keep game. Charlo is his best win is off Sergey Derevianchenko. And Canelo is allegedly avoiding him. But Jacobs coming off of the Derevianchenko win, Canelo fights him, and he just so happens to be past his prime when he's decided to get in there with Canelo. Like, come on, man. Like, we can't have it both ways, man. Just it's kind of getting ridiculous. It's kind of getting ridiculous, man. We can't give credit and credence to one dude for beating an opponent and knock the other dude who beat the same opponent when he got in the ring with Canelo. The thing is, Danny Jacobs is a more accomplished fighter than Jermall Charlo. That's what people are not understanding. He was more accomplished. More accomplished. Better fighters on his resume. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know how many title defenses he had. You dig? I don't too much follow that. But he was a more accomplished fighter than Jermall Charlo. And he's been in there with the better. He's been in there with the best, literally. Golovkin and Canelo. He's been in there with the best. And gave Golovkin a hell of a fight. I thought he won against Golovkin. You dig? Is it that Canelo, was it he was just past his prime with Canelo, or Canelo was just that good to the point where Jacobs had no answer for him? Because I'm leaning towards that. That makes the most sense to me. Because, I mean, granted, he didn't look his best in his last couple of bouts. Maybe that's just due to the fact that he's in a higher division. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I didn't, was it ring rust? It's a lot of things that factor into the way that Danny Jacobs looked his last fight with Gabe Rosado. I don't think he's a shot fighter. I think we still got a couple good years out of, we can still get a couple good years out of a Danny Jacobs. But we got to get off of this, this notion, this every excuse. Oh man, Lara got robbed. Do I think Lara won the fight? Yes, I've said it many times. Do I think it was a robbery? No, I do not. We all know what happened with him and Floyd. Him and Austin Trout was a damn good fight. That was a damn good fight. But he proved to be the better of the two. Or he proved to be the better. And another thing is this, y'all, everybody wants to talk about how Canelo, Trout was robbed against Canelo. The thing is this, Canelo fought these dudes when he was a pup still. He was a pup when he fought Trout. He was a pup when he fought Lara, fresh off of a fucking backyard schooling session against Floyd. So he's fighting these dudes, and you can have a multitude of fights. There's still certain experiences you're gonna get. But the thing is, despite Mexico producing phenomenal fighters, when you fight in that country, a lot of people go to Mexico to start their pro career. A lot of his bouts was happening in Mexico when he was young. He turned pro when he was like 15. He was a pup. You dig? So having all of those fights, yeah, it's a certain experience you get, but, experience doesn't always equate to skill. It's a reason why he had more fights than Floyd, but Floyd was the far more superior and polished fighter when they fought. It was a reason for that. It was a reason for that. So this narrative that he's ducking all black fighters is just, it's asinine, man. When we look at Charlo has yet to fight an opponent that will say there's no way Canelo should not fight him. Where he can force a fight with Canelo. He just beat so-and-so. Oh, yeah. Canelo, like, it makes no sense for Canelo to duck this dude. If he doesn't fight him, he's a duck. Same with Andrade. He's just now about to fight a top 10 opponent and Liam Williams. Like, I'm just saying, man, this notion is kind of getting ridiculous. On one hand, I understand it, man. Like, you know, I'm outgrowing this weight class. I'm outgrowing this weight class. It's harder for me to make the weight here. I already fought the best in the weight class in Danny Jacobs and Triple G. Those are the top three opponents. Canelo, Golovkin, or you can even go Golovkin, Canelo, and Danny Jacobs was the third. You know, he was the third best in the division. I've already fought the best here. I cannot make this weight comfortably no more. Let me move up. Why is that? Why is it so stringent when Canelo decides to do it? Why is that? That's ridiculous, man. That's fuck ridiculous. It's dumb as fuck. He's supposed to fight niggas in the division where he's uncomfortable in. That just no. Bud knew when he was ready to move up, man. He knew when he was ready to leave 135. I'm putting too much stress on my body trying to, you know what I'm saying, make this weight. Why is it that, you know, the dude is only 30, he's 30 years old. So now, I mean, naturally you put on more weight as you go on in life. It's like, yo, all right, I'm not comfortable here. And when he got rid of those, I mean, when he really, you know, when he got stripped of that title, all right, bro, whatever. People don't unpack the whole situation in its entirety. They say, oh, well, what did Rocky Fielding do to deserve that fight? The thing is this, man, is calculative. Let me go up and capture a title in another division to tack that onto my resume. That's calculated. Let me go and get another title in a higher division and tack that onto my resume. That's the logical thing to do. Same with Sergey Kovalev. Let me jump up and weight so I can tack another notch on my resume of accomplishment. That's calculative. And it just so happens when he did that, I feel more comfortable here. It is what it is. You know your body. Canelo has been in with killers. He is not scared of no damn Jamal Charlo. He's not. I get the notion. But I mean, shit. Sometimes what you see in your face is not the truth. Is he ducking a Jamal Charlo? No. Does the action behind what he did give people merit to think that he did? Yes, I understand it, but it's a false narrative. He didn't vacate his titles to duck Jamal Charlo or no Demetrius Andrade. He didn't. This is getting ridiculous, and people are just, oh my God, it's like, man, let's keep it boxing, dog. I hate that I have to say, no, let's not keep it boxing, because when bullshit happens, we do need to call it out. Let's not just keep it boxing. There's still a very racial undertone that goes on in boxing to this day. It still is. So I will not, yo, my fault on that. We won't just keep it boxing. We do got to be neutral. When you're dealing with black people, you always have to consider, you know, factor in the race issue. We do have that. You have to do that. You have to do that. But you also have to know when to call it out and when it's plausible to bring it up. This is not that scenario. It's not. It honestly isn't. Canelo is not ducking Jamal Charlo. What has Jamal Charlo? His best win is Derevianchenko. His best win is Derevianchenko. He's good enough for he's a good enough win for Danny Jacobs to merit and deserve a fight with Canelo, but he's good enough for Jamal Charlo to merit a fight with Canelo Alvarez, but when Danny Jacobs beats him and gets the fight with Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez, this is Canelo Alvarez ascending, by the way, into his prime. This is Canelo ascending, clearly stepping into his prime. Now all of a sudden Danny Jacobs is washed up. Oh, he was never really that good to begin with. He was a B-level fighter. He was this, he was that. Despite all the opponent, you know, fuck his resume. His resume completely trumps Charlo. But Charlo is the savior. Andrade is the savior. It's just getting really ridiculous, man. I mean, and even with, Canelo saying, ah, man, all Andrade is going to do, he's boring, he's this and that and the third. Yo, he should be chastised for that. But where's the energy when Andrade said it to Erislandy Lara? You cannot sit here and convince me that Andrade does not need a fighter of the caliber of Erislandy Lara on his resume. Where's the same fucking energy? Because I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling that energy nowhere. We're quick to chastise Canelo, and it comes with the territory of being the face of the sport. You can't fight everybody in one night. And we're just gonna keep it real. You're not gonna fight everybody. We're not gonna fight everybody that the people want you to see, that the people want to see you fight. That's just not gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen. So you're gonna have to pick, all right, which fights can I not avoid? Like, it's just really getting ridiculous, man. And nobody, and like, Champ, like, why? Like, come on, Champ. Why would you say that, Champ? You know what I'm saying? That's not factual, man. The action can make it seem as if, yeah, he's ducking Charlo. But when you fully unpack the situation, no, he's not ducking no Jermall Charlo or Demetrius Andrade. He's not. And I don't understand what people don't get about the fact that he's trying to go undisputed. They are not on the path to undisputed. Charlo and Andrade are not on the path to undisputed at this time. Was he trying to possibly be undisputed at 160 pounds? Yeah, it's a possibility. I don't doubt that he was. But when you outgrow the division, when you fight 2 and 3 times above the division, it's hard to drop back down to that weight. Fought Rocky Fielding, fought Sergey Kovalev, and he's supposed to drop down 2 whole divisions to get back to 160 pounds to satisfy Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. I just think that's preposterous, man. Sergey Kovalev and his accomplishment, knocking out Sergey Kovalev, fighting a Sergey Kovalev to begin with, completely trumps a fight with Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. Sergey Kovalev, to my knowledge, is still ranked by some people's accounts the 3rd best light heavyweight in that division. The 3rd best. The 3rd best. Yet it was a cherry with Canelo when Canelo went up there and fought him. Circumstances, I understand. I get that. You know, he wasn't too far off of the fight with Anthony Yard, and I get that. I most definitely get that. I do. You have an argument there. However, the dude is coming up from a division up under him. 2 fights before that, he was 2 divisions under him. There's no way a dude with at a natural disadvantage should be able to go in there and do that to a nigga like Sergey Kovalev. There's just no way. There's no way. So this notion that he's ducking these cats, it's like, no, man. Just, is Charlo and Andrade a great win for Canelo? Hell yes. Hell yes. Shit, would it be a better win than a Rocky Fielding? Yes, it would be. It absolutely would be. It would be. But the thing, once again, is calculative. It's dope to capture belts in higher divisions. Let me go up there and get a belt from this dude to add that to my resume. Let me go up to 75 and get a title off of a monster in Sergey Kovalev crack ass. Hell yeah. Let me do that. That completely trumps Charlo and Andrade, who have really done nothing up until this point. Nothing. 30 plus fights, and the best win is Sergey Derevianchenko, a contender. +30 fights, and your best win is Sulecki or Vanes Martirosyan. It's like, come on, man. Like, I just, no, he's not ducking black fighters, man. I really think we should put that to bed. He's not ducking these black fighters. I think it's real unfair for motherfuckers to say that shit. I get it, but it's like, nah, bro. He's not ducking them. He's not ducking Jermall Charlo. This shit, I can't believe that this is we still on this type time with people, man. Some shit we just gotta put, all right, bro, like that's proven to be false. And I think this is that time. I mean, Y'all are still, the dude he already has 2 fights lined up. If he gets past Billy Joe Saunders in the next 2 months, he already has another fight lined up. Undisputed. 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 And I'm supposed to thwart that to go and holler at Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo. That is ridiculous. It's goofy. It's gang goofy. Fuck Undisputed. Let me go holler at Jermall. Just completely nah, bro. Nah, y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. At this point, Charlo is not getting the fight with Canelo Alvarez. The dude is locked in at least until September. He's locked in with dangerous opponents. So what is Charlo doing to keep himself busy? Demetrius Andrade took a whole year off. Now he's fighting Liam Williams. Cool. That's a good look right there. What's next? Them is the questions that they should be asking. Jermall Charlo, I don't know what's going on with him and David Benavidez. Ronnie Shields is saying some other shit. And now it's looking like he's not about to go up there and fight David Benavidez. And none of his homies is calling him out on that. You dig what I'm saying? None of his homies just like, hey, bro, how you gonna call him out and then put all these stipulations on him? And now you looking like you ain't even gonna go up there and fight him? It's a goofy look. It's a goofy look because now it look like you stunting for the gram. And I don't believe them dudes to be no suckers like that. I don't, when I look at Jermall, like, you know, their aura and their energy is a part of the reason why I'm not too fond of them to begin with. And that aura is just, it's the aggression. And about whatever shit. So they don't look like no dude, them not no sucker niggas. That would, you know, so why get on the gram and do that shit? Yeah, I don't think he's scared of none of these niggas, man. But bro, you know, like, you look crazy as shit talking about you about to go up here and fight David Benavidez, and now you know your trainer is saying no. David Benavidez has nothing to offer. Actually, he does. If y'all were to meet at 168 pounds, none of you are champions up there, and David Benavidez will be the best opponent on your resume, clear as day. Clear as day. So he has everything to offer you. Everything. So I'm just saying, man, just after Charlo, because it's not looking like David Benavidez is on the table. After Charlo gets himself an opponent, with the whole, I mean, man, you got to get on the ball, bro. We about to be in April, 4 months into the year. You got to get on the road. You got to get on the ball, Brody. After Charlo gets himself an opponent, why aren't you looking for a unification bout with Demetrius Andrade or Murata? Or how come Al can't work something out to get, you know, with Eddie Hearns to get you a fight with Golovkin? Like, we got, like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, let's get off this goofy shit, man. Let's get off this goofy shit. Canelo is not ducking Jermall Charlo. He's not. He just isn't. Nor is he ducking Andrade. Because they don't merit a threat on the level that he would be having. Oh, man, I can't risk fighting these dudes. So come on, man. Let's stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit and get in the ring and do the damn thing, man. And put pressure on Jermall Charlo to fight Andrade after this fight with Liam Williams. Let's put that pressure on him, and so that can put pressure on Canelo. I'm out, man. Y'all niggas is bugging.